Okay, guys, I was meditating and praying earlier, and I ended up writing down like some of the realizations that I was coming to, and so I wanted to share that with you guys. God told me to talk about living authentically and showing up in your life. Like, who are you showing up as in your life? What I mean is, like, do you know you're the main character in your life? Gonna kind of cut through some bullshit here and really pose some serious questions. So I might cuss a little bit. So if you don't like that, you can go ahead and click off, because I am not going to be living small for anybody anymore. And for me, showing up authentically means, as I am feeling comfortable and called to do so. So anyway, all right. So one of the questions that came to my mind was, when you talk about main character in your life, like, are you showing up more as someone who sits on the sidelines, a supporting character, or even like part of the crowd, anybody like on the center stage in your own life? And really think about if things are going the way that you want them or not, and why or why not is that. What is there that needs to change? Ultimately, we really have very little control over changing other individuals, but we do have the control over changing ourselves, by what we choose to focus on, how we spend our day, what kind of work we do, the relationships that we choose to invest in, the way we choose to express ourselves, our daily habits, the things we eat, the things that we consume, and the things that we create and do, are the things that we, the way that we show up, or not really. Like, how conscious are you? How intentional are you about your day-to-day life? Because these choices matter. The things that we focus on and spend time taking action toward and put our energy into, that creates the results that we do have in our life. So if you don't like something, it's really ultimately up to you to make the changes necessary to build a better outcome. Negative or limited thinking is only going to create negative or limited results. So if you're noticing like a loop, like a pattern of you do this certain thing, or you're not, you just kind of always do things the way you've always done it, and you're getting the same kind of results and having the same shitty relationships and the same shitty jobs, and then what the fuck are you waiting for? You're the one that can turn the tide, make a change. I want to invite you to take your power back. If you have been through painful, traumatic situations in your life, you might need to, get some intervention, get a therapist, or get yourself plugged into a support group, or like a recovery program. There's online apps to help you, like with counseling, and Or you could try going to a different church, surrounding yourself with a different, more positive community of like artistic individuals, people that are makers and creators, or people that have entrepreneur like groups that they meet with. You don't need anyone's approval or permission to feel better about yourself and create more positive outcomes in your life. The only person's permission and guidance and approval that you really need is God's. So bring this to God, bring these questions and problems and your barriers, the things that seem like you can't, the strongholds, right? The things that you don't seem to be able to push past, to be able to see a future past. Bring those things to God and really sit in silence with God and ask Him to give you clarity. If you're starting that type of practice, if you're starting to talk with God and pray to God, you might get an answer like the next day. You might ask God to send you a sign of something. You might get an answer through someone that you talk to, or a commercial that you see on TV. You might get an answer through a song, or a loved one might call you and, say something that you really needed to hear, and know that may be an answer for you. I'm sorry, my dog is snoring. Hold on just a sec. I don't know if she's gonna stop or not. Sorry. Oh, she's fussing. Okay. So anyway, a lot of us go through our life just, as we have always done, and just make the excuse, oh, I guess that's just the way it is. That's how my parents did it. That's what my friends do. That's what everybody's doing, just to like fit in and like not rock the boat. Don't want to be seen as I don't know. Basically what I'm saying is fucking disrupt the system. Like, so what? People do things a certain way. That you are not here to fall in line. You're not here to be a robot that's mindlessly moving through your life because someone else thinks you should be moving and doing things a certain way. Fuck the system. Fuck what other people are doing, and learn to listen to yourself and the guidance that you're getting internally, that you'll feel and know from God. The choices that you're making, the way that you're living, really, how is that working out for you? Do you feel satisfied? Do you feel happy? Or even like safe or calm based on the choices you've been making? Do you wake up feeling inspired and excited about your day ahead? Do you feel energized, or do you feel drained each day? Do you feel more energized or more drained by the choices that you're making? And what kind of things actually do make you feel energized and inspired? And what kind of things actually do make you feel drained or hopeless? Make note of those things. Really take a conscious effort. Take the time. Take a few minutes to really think about it and reflect on that. Are you living the life that you want to live? So I want you to like pull out a piece of paper, write it down. Go ahead and pause this video and write that shit down. Especially, I'm going to give you some little nuggets here that you're going to want to write down next. So get that piece of paper. All right. I want to encourage you to dream bigger about the life that you truly want, that you really do want to be living. This starts by showing up for you in your pure, raw, honest, messy, real self. That starts with that. Showing up for you is taking a little bit of time out of your day, whether you have to freaking, pencil it in on your calendar, set it up a reminder on your phone, taking some time for yourself to think about the life that you want to live, how you're going to get there, and even taking a little bit of time for meditation and prayer each day. It doesn't have to be an hour or two. You can take 5 minutes here, 5 minutes the next day. Maybe the next week you're taking like 20 to 30 minutes a few times a week. You can start small. It can be baby steps. It doesn't have to be big, huge chunks of time. But if you have the time, you're going to get more out of that time. So just coming from personal experience, you will. You hold the power to be the main character in your life, but you have to actually show up for you. That involves like reevaluating some of the roles that you hold. You can't just show up for other people all the time and expect yourself to feel fulfilled and happy and satisfied and really living your best life. You can't just show up for your job. You can't just show up for your kids. You're going to be completely spent. And I know I don't really even need to explain that part. If you are only living your life for other people and you're feeling completely drained, something's really seriously needs to shift. You sure as fuck can't just show up for ungrateful coworkers in a job where you are just a number. That's no way to live. That's no way to really thrive and be healthy even. That's no way to live abundantly and really create a lasting legacy for your family. So many people show up to their job with a bunch of shitty, ungrateful coworkers just doing the same old shit that they've been doing for 5, 10, 15 years. Do you really want to live that way? Okay. So, now, how do I change this? Okay, so the first thing was, showing up for you. Taking a little bit of time, carving out that little bit of time for yourself. The next thing is really praying for answers, taking time in meditation with these questions, envisioning a better future, giving the burden, really laying that burden down and giving it to God. You'll see a shift. You'll feel a little bit lighter. You might even cry. That creating a better life, it's not all sunshine, rainbows, and fucking happy-go-lucky bullshit. It takes digging out some of the for taking the mask off, the mask of perfection that we try to uphold and it's the illusions, right? Dissolving these illusions that we've held on to in our subconscious. It can be a little messy. It can be, you crying or getting a little bit upset. Those repressed emotions, they need to come out. You holding on to that is only going to keep you further from your most authentic self and the life that you truly want to live. So, taking that time and seeking like spiritual assistance from God or your guardian angels, your loved ones that have passed on, you will get assistance. You will, I promise you. I promise you, you will get assistance if you will start to see a shift. If you do give it to God, ask for assistance with your angels, ancestors, your spiritual beliefs. You might not say God, you might say the universe, whatever it is that you are feeling in your heart is true. Ask for that help. Next, how do I change this? The next thing is, by shaking things up and taking small incremental new actions is going to create new results. So take, like I said, they can be baby steps. Take an assessment each day, make a plan. Taking these small incremental steps creates a momentum for bigger changes to happen in your life. Creates it's like building a new life step by step, right? It's not going to be all a huge change all at once. If these are like new concepts for you, or maybe you're like revisiting these concepts, you just haven't been taking action on these things. Okay, so when I say like small different actions, you can find a new creative hobby, take up a painting class, or go take up photography. Just go take pictures at the flippin' zoo, at like the park. Like find something different to spend a little bit of time on, even 5 minutes here, 20 minutes there. Take a different route to work. Get a new exercise routine. Yoga and meditation actually help you to physically release these stuck emotions and pain that's in your body. That stuff stays with you until you do something about it. Getting a massage can help with that as well. Or seeing a chiropractor, something that's going to help get the blockages out of your system. So schedule that in. If you have your notebook, you have your pen, you have your phone, press pause and schedule that shit. Set small, achievable daily goals, like taking the stairs instead of the elevator. Set a timer to drink more water. Add a couple vegetables or fruits to your diet. If you're thinking about potentially starting a new business or like shifting up your career, take 20, 30 minutes today or sometime this week to start planning that. Schedule that time. Carve a little bit of time aside to focus on that goal. That's a huge change, right? That could be a huge life altering, like total new trajectory to create a new business, a new career pathway. And that may or may or not involve like researching college. Not all those things would require college. You might be able to find a way to do it without college. But with consistency, these small changes will create new and bigger results. And like I said, build the momentum for those bigger results. It's also going to give you in a very short amount of time, like within the first day or the first couple days of doing this, it's going to give you a renewed sense of energy, or a lot more energy. It's going to free up like your possibilities, right? It's going to open your mind to new possibilities. And it's going to help you build the confidence to be able to take bigger actions and bigger steps for your future and for building that legacy that you want to create for you and your family. Modern science says that taking different actions, taking different steps, even if we don't feel like it, increases our neuroplasticity of our brain. It helps to build new neural connections in our brain, which is basically like new pathways, new, like a physical trail that is measurable in our brain. And it helps us to see and envision beyond the limits of our past to a new and more exciting, rewarding future outcome. You hold the key. You can do it. You can do this. I fully have faith in you that you can do this. I know you can do it. Sit down and write down a plan of action, baby steps that you can take this week. One day you're going to do this. The next day you have off, you're going to do A, B, C, and D, whatever. Save these to your Google Calendar or on your phone. Pray about it. Ask for guidance or meditate about it. Create a vision board in your bedroom or your bathroom, somewhere you're, on the wall right before you leave your door each day that you look at every day. You could even have just a couple words on there, couple images, things you want to see in the next month or the next year, of the life that you're consciously creating. Write down the details in a journal or a notebook. Keep that by your bed. After you do those things, next I want you to close your eyes and I want you to put your hand on your heart. And I want you to really see yourself living that life. Really put yourself in those moments. Where are you at when you're creating this life that you want? Who is around you? Who do you want around you? What kind of things are you doing? What kind of things are going to bring you joy? A sense of wonder, fulfillment. Now, how does that feel? How does that feel in your heart? Feel your heart beating. How does that feel in your body? Can you feel the energy that's different? Write down how you feel. You feel excited? Do you feel relieved? Do you feel at ease, grateful? No, don't think about, don't overthink it, don't overstress it. Know that this is your potential future. Because it is. Take a second, your hand on your heart, and say thank you to yourself. You just did it. You showed up for you. That was the first step, right? We talked about it. You showed up for you. I know that your inner child is thrilled, and I'm thrilled for you too. You can do this. You can do this every day. You can save this video. You can send it to yourself in a text or whatnot, email it. You can send it to a friend. Pay it forward. Share it with somebody else that might really need to assess things. Now this part's important. Know that this life that you envisioned, that's what's waiting for you. This is you, the 2.0 version, right? Trust God to send you help along the way. Show up for yourself each day. Make the choices and do the things. Follow up. Be accountable. Be accountable for yourself. Be accountable for the life you want. You're the main character, right? So if you are struggling to hold yourself accountable, get an accountability group. Get an accountability partner, someone, a friend, a family member, someone that you can talk to that you trust about these things, or a counselor, or a coach. I'm going to be starting online coaching soon, so save this, and I'm going to keep you posted about those changes here on this channel. But each day, make the choices, do the things that future you would do. Small things, big things, just don't give up, okay? All right, I love you guys, and I'll see you again soon.